Hi, in this video we're gonna cover what is a while loop. So what does while loop do? While loop executes a block of code as long as the specified condition is true. To use the while loop, we type in the keyword while. Now there are three steps in using the while loop. First is initialization, whereby we declare a variable. Then we will state the condition. Finally, we will include the update. So let me show you how we go about it. Alright, so we'll start with our initialization. So we do that by simply declaring a variable which is called I, and this is our iterator. So we call var I is equal to 0. Then next we want to add a condition. So this is where we use the while keyword. So enter while. Okay, then in the parentheses, that's where we enter our condition, and in the curly braces or curly brackets, that's where we enter the code to be executed. Okay, now for a condition, what we want to do in our while loop is we want to ask our user to state their age, and our while loop will be such that whatever the user types in as his age, we will run a loop based on the user's age. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. So prompt please, so I'm using a string, please enter your age. Okay, and you see, if you put a space, then when you see the response, you will see there's a space for the user to enter this. If I don't leave a space, I'll show you what happens with this. Okay, so now coming back to a condition. So while I, which was our initialized variable, is less than user age, okay, then console dot log your age is greater than plus I. Okay, now before we complete this, actually we need to add the update, because right now I is equal to 0 and we've only entered a condition that as long as I is less than user age, then console.log your age is greater than 1. Your age is greater than the variable I. Okay, but it needs to keep incrementing. So let me put this inside here. Okay, and the updation is I plus plus. Alright, now let me open the while.html and show this in action. Alright, so I have the HTML file open, so I'm going to refresh this. Okay, so here please enter age, and if you recall, right, I did not leave a space here, so it appears like this. So let me enter age equal to 12. Okay, so what will happen is while I is right now 0, and as long as I is less than 12, it will keep console.log out your age is greater than 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 11. Okay, now just watch. Oh, let me press function F12 to open the console.log. It's okay, so you see it came about. Let me do this one more time. So I'm going to refresh again, and let's say please enter age, and it's 15. Okay, so it's going to appear your age is greater than 0, 1, 2, 3 dash 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 all the way up to 14. Okay, so what was happening was the user entered 15, so user age was 15. So while I, which is 0, was less than 15, it kept console.logging out your age is greater than and the value of I each time. And once it came to line 24, it incremented and the loop kept running until I was less than 15, and then the loop ended itself. Alright, the second loop that I'm going to discuss is called the do while loop. Okay, to explain what do while is used for. Okay, so in our first example, we ask our user to enter the age. Okay, but let's assume the user does not enter the age and they enter some random alphabets. So what happens is, you see, because it's alphabets, the code doesn't run. Okay, so you want to do a couple of things. In this do while loop, we will add in conditions such that the user only enters a number, and I want to show you how you do this. Now, first thing, we need to understand the syntax of how to use the do while. So you first use the keyword do, then you type in the curly brackets, and you specify the lines of code that you want to be executed. After that, you enter the while keyword, and then you specify in parentheses the condition, and you must put the semicolon after this. So what happens is, until this do code runs once, okay, but until this condition is met, the while loop keeps on running. Okay, so I'm just going to show this in action by typing in some code. All right, so I'm going to enter the keyword do, enter the curly brackets. Okay, now it's not complete, so actually while and my condition, sorry, it's while, not while, and the curly the semicolon. Okay, now here I want to start my code here. So what I want to do is, I'm going to ask the user to enter the age again. So var user age prompt. So you can use single quotes or double quotes, doesn't matter. Please enter your age. All right, now this always gets stored as a string. So what I want to do is, I want actually this user age to be a number. So what I'm going to do is var num age is equal to parse int user age. So this once the user keys in a number, it actually comes as a string. I want it to be stored here, and it will be passed into integer. So num age becomes a number. Okay, to help you understand the concepts that I was discussing, so as you can see, the variable user age is a string because of the prompt function. Okay, I'm asking the user to enter a number, but actually because of this prompt, it gets stored as a string. So you can see user age is a string. Okay, using the parse int method, okay, I'm storing user age inside parse int, and what comes out in num age, this variable, it becomes a number. Okay, so I'm just going to console.log this out also, so that it becomes clear. So type of what is user age and type of num age, I'm using these methods to showcase what is user age and num age. So okay, so this is what's getting executed here right now. Okay, so I'm going to enter a number 15. So my age is 15. Okay, so you see over here, user age is a string. Okay, but by using parse int method, num age variable becomes a number. Okay, and now we will go to our do while function. So now I need to enter my condition from my while loop. So how I'm going to enter my condition is, I'm going to use a function called is nan. Okay, first var valid num is equal to so I'm going to use the function called is nan. Okay, so is not a number, it is a function, and what it does is, it returns a boolean value that indicates whether a value, okay, is a number. So if what is the value entered inside the parentheses, if it's not a number, is nan returns true. Okay, I'll repeat, if the value keyed inside the parentheses is not a number, then the boolean value returns as true, otherwise it returns as false. Okay, so what I want to achieve is, I know that num age is actually a number, so the value valid num, I want it to be stored that it is true, that is it is a valid number, and I'm going to achieve this by doing that, because is nan returns that it's not a number. So what I'm going to say is num age. Okay, so this is going to be false because num age is actually a number. So I only want valid num to be having a value of true, so I'm going to enter exclamation mark. So now what this ultimately results in, this numage that's being stored here, it's actually a valid number, so the boolean result from is nan comes as false, but because of exclamation mark it now turns as true, so this becomes a valid number. Okay, now I'm going to enter this in my while loop. So I'm going to say okay, as long as it's a valid number. In fact, if you recall what my objective was, I'm asking the user to enter their age, but there is a possibility the user may not enter numeric numeric values. They may enter alphabets. Okay, so I will want the loop to run such that it keeps prompting the user to enter a valid number. Okay, only and not alphabets. So now you just watch by putting, so I'm stating that if it is not a valid number, keep doing this loop. Okay, now just watch this in action. So I want to refresh this. Okay, just wait a minute. First I also need to, okay, yeah, so it's already running. So until I enter, so you see I want to enter some rubbish alphabets, and you see it's asking me to enter the age again. I want to key in again some random alphabets, and again it's gonna keep repeating. The while loop is gonna keep repeating until I key in a number like 17. Okay, now watch. Now of course nothing happened because I forgot to specify what's supposed to be done if it's a valid number. So console.log, your age is, and num age. Alright, so let's do this one more time. So random alphabets. Okay, it's gonna keep running this loop. Okay, keep running this loop until I key in something valid number. So I want to enter 19. Okay, and yep, so you see over here your age is 19. So this code is executed correctly. So in case you're wondering that our expected result was your age is 19, but we've got something your age is nan, so what's wrong? So to help you understand what is happening is actually when I was typing in the alphabets, the code was running, and this was getting console.logged out. Finally I entered 19 and this came out. So let me just show this one more time. This. Okay, now just watch again. So I'm going to enter age and I'm going to just scheme random key alphabets. Okay, now just watch. I can't move this around, but just watch over here. So what's happening is this line 30 is getting executed. So you see over here, yeah, once I'm going to enter it one more time, random alphabets. Okay, again, so you'll see number 2 next to it, like the prefix 2. Now I'm going to enter the correct age, which is 19. Okay, so you see over here your age is nan and now your age is 19. So what is happening is those two times that I was entering in alphabets, the while loop ran and it console.logged out that whatever my age is not a number. But finally when I keyed in the keyboard 19, okay, it got stored as a string. The string got stored as a number. It did a check that indeed num age is a number, and when the valid num while loop ran, it force the user to keep on entering some value that is not alphabets and it's a valid number. Okay, so this was how you use do and while loop with a certain twist. So I hope this video was useful for you. Thanks for watching.